My name is Mazhar Butt. My family, we are from Punjab, Rawalpindi, which is Pakistan. Majority of my family was in the Indian Army. My uncles, my father also. Sadly, some majority of them died in Burma. Some died in Italy. And the freedom we enjoy today is because of their sacrifices, My father came in the early 50s, I believe 56, my father came here. And I came in the 60s, as a young boy. My father wanted me to have a better sort of life, so I came to join my father. I think my father saw the poverty was going on after the Second World War and all that, then he thought it would be better to make a better life, really. I never seen a city before, I never seen an airport before, never seen an aeroplane before. So as a young child, I was very excited to sit in the aeroplane, and they used to give you, as soon as you take off, they used to give you sweets, and he said, oh, that's good. And I asked my cousin said to me, everything here is free. You can take more sweets if you want to. We wasn't sure we are in. So it's very, very strange. Everything was strange as a child who haven't been in that position. So then I went to school. They put me to school because I had a few years left. Of course, I couldn't speak one word of English, and I'm still trying to learn. And there was only two of us in the whole school. There was one, my Indian young man from India, and there was two from Pakistan. So at least we can speak in Punjabi. Was nice. And but they, as a youngster, I believe you pick up the language very quickly, very quickly. After 2 years learning to read, write English, whatever. But I missed that. I think I always missed my life that I had more education, which I couldn't get at that time. Because it was that you go to school, you leave school, either you take an apprenticeship or you go to work. So I went to work. My father wanted to start his business, and because Reading is part of London, very expensive, and he sold a house there, which he bought some early on for about £10,000. That time in the 70s, the prices went up, and I think people was coming from Kenya and Uganda. There's a lot of people was coming, and he sold the house, and he said, look, Nottingham is a very good central, wherever you want to go, a couple of hours you're there. So we choose Nottingham, so we moved to Nottingham. And he bought a house for £500 on just off Hartley Road. It was Dorking Road, really. Selling was lovely to sell a house for £10,000 and buy for £500. Then he spent a couple of more, because he didn't have any bathroom, so he's a couple of more £100 on putting shower in and all that. Well, I came to Nottingham when I was 17 years old. So I lived there 3 years in Reading, and then I moved here. The first thing hit me when I came to Nottingham was that down Ilkeston Road, I saw a lot of people, 5 o'clock, a lot of people coming out. I said, what is this? A lot of people coming out. So then I learned that there was a bicycle factory here, and that is when people finished the war. That was a relay bicycle. A relay bicycle was like the BMW and Mercedes of today in the third world country. The relay bicycle, oh great. Sadly, it's gone. Of course, then the other thing was strange was that because in London we had a bath, you see, in the house, and they had a public bath. So you go there and you pay a few whatever, and they give you a towel and a soap, and you just go there, and hot water, and wonderful. That was something I saw first time. Nottingham was very different, of course, from the London. It was very different. Different sense, it was more calmer. Everything was more calm. And I think I was very excited. My father wanted to start a business, and I wanted to do it as well, So to me, Nottingham was wonderful. The first day I went to work, and my father called in the morning. I got up and get ready, and he says, son, there's a racism all over the world. There's not one place there's nothing. Make sure you work harder than the guy next to you. Concentrate on your work. Don't concentrate on what everybody said. Forget about everybody. They're paying you to do a job. Make sure you do well and get the money's worth. And I never forgot that lesson. So therefore, wherever I went to work, I didn't have a problem because I work hard. I believe that they pay me and I got to work hard for them. My father it's amazing because he said, you know something? There are two restaurants in Nottingham. One was Star of India on Arkwright Street. The other was Kohinoor up in Alfred Road. To go there in a restaurant, you could have a bit of money because that was for the sort of rich people, not for ordinary. And he says, why don't we open a curry house that everybody can afford it? And he said to me, why don't you go and have a look and see, what they got? So I went up the Alfred Road, and luckily they have a little menu in the window. The first thing was there were so many curry names. I never heard of them. And when I looked at the prices, I ran off. I says, God, Dad, you not believe this. They're very expensive. He said, there you are. This is what I want you to do. And that was the idea that my father had to open a curry house, which we did. Well, my father saw this on Gregory Boulevard. This was like a fish and chip shop where the gentleman was selling, and my father took me and he said, look, we're going to buy this. So we bought it. We paid, I think for the full building, my father paid £7,000. So myself and my father, we started the first sort of curry house and sweet shop. That was the first one that my father started. From day one, we would open about 10 in the morning, and it closed at 10 at night because 10:30 was a pub closure. So before the pub closed, we just closed and went home. So it didn't open late. And we was not licensed either. We didn't let anybody drink alcohol in the restaurant either. A lot of places did. You can bring your own alcohol and drink. My father did not allow that. It was very peaceful. He wanted an ordinary person to come and enjoy himself. I was lucky there was a chef here who was visiting from Pakistan. My father knew him. He said, could you please come and just teach us a few things, and especially me. So I got up in the morning, bit of my shave, put my Brut aftershave lotion on and my nice shirt, and I came to the restaurant because I was going to stand on the counter. And the chef says, where are you going? I said, no, you're with me. What do you mean? No, you're in the kitchen. I said, who says that? He says, your father. Okay, all right. I was from a generation that if your father said something, you didn't ask question. You says, yes, sir. And he said, peel the onions. So he started peeling onions. And he would peel 10, I would peel 2. And at night when I went to sleep, and I was, oh God, the smell, where is this? Next day I came in the morning, still I was in the kitchen. He said, go and clean the loo. I said, what? Yes, you heard me. Who said that? Your father. Okay. And wash the dishes. That was terrible. I said, what a mess I got myself into. And about a week later, my father came in, and he used to smoke. My father used to smoke, and so did the chef, the old man. We used to call him Babaji. And they were smoking outside, and how's my son doing? He says, not very good. As soon as I heard, so I ran and I put my ear. What are you talking about me? What is he like? He says, useless. You should sell your restaurant. You'll never make it. Why? I say, I don't believe that. My son is very intelligent. He's hardworking. No. He walks like, in Punjabi, he told my father that he walks like a girl. He can't even, he's not like a man. And here I'm listening. I says, God, you old man, how dare you talk about me? And he said, look, he's cooked like a housewife. Making one curry all day, taking time. Restaurant needs speed, and your son hasn't got it. And my father said, I don't believe that. Well, do the best you can. I said, right, old man, I'm going to show you what I'm like. So, of course, in a few days, if he was peeling 10 onions, I was peeling 12. I went, Of course, I later on found out that they fixed it. They both of them, they cooked together to, to boost me up. And I said, right, I'm going to show you how, Of course, I learned that. Well, sadly, my father was a very young age. He died. He was actually nearly 50 years old. He died with a heart attack, and there was a very, very worrying period for me because you lose your somebody who's always behind you. And then I started trying to pick myself and try to run the business. 1990, I opened Butt Foods. That was the non-bread business. I supplied to majority of food services. My philosophy is very simple. You have to look after the people that work for you. And I did very well. And they look after me. It's them, the team is what made my company success, just not me. Well, I always say that I'm grateful what I've achieved in this country. I could never dream of achieving in a country of my birth, and which I'm very grateful for that, and I appreciate that. It's very good what I've achieved.